Hey, welcome to the Creative Writing Program. Today's session is going to be on plot writing. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Today, we are going to talk about the most important feature of novel writing, the plot. Nowadays, we read so many books and see so many movies that just fall flat because they don't have a strong plot. Since this is so important to a novel, we shall see its essential features and also how to write a good plot. A story has a plot which is a definite pattern in which events unravel in a sequence. A plot may begin in the middle of the action for a dramatic effect. The characters are simply a vehicle to deliver the plot. Aristotle put it in a great way. The plot, then, is the first principle and, as it were, the soul of a tragedy. Character holds the second place. To quote him further, a plot has a beginning, middle, and end. The events in a plot are linked. Event B must be caused by event A, event C must be caused by event B, and so on, all the way through the novel. If event B could have occurred without event A happening first, you are not plotting a novel so much as cobbling together a series of vaguely related events. Lastly, the events must reach a satisfactory conclusion. You don't need a happy ending or an unambiguous one, but there needs to be a sense of closure. So, how do we write a good plot? Hooking your audience on the very first page and keeping them hooked is very simple to do once you understand the key to page turning fiction. Fill the plot with compelling questions. Where do these questions come from? From your character's goals. As soon as you give the central character something they want, you provide the readers with the question they want answered. Ideally, have several story questions to go at once. Delay providing the readers with answers for as long as you can, without making mistakes in their sequence and therefore making it confusing. Result? The readers won't stop reading because they will want to know what the answers to the best storytelling question of all. What happens next? Let's divide the plot into a beginning, middle, and end sequence. The beginning. Start with describing the characters. We first meet the character in their ordinary world. Nothing has happened yet. And then something happens. The action kicks in. The character makes a decision to act. Before this, there may be a period of hesitation for producing a greater effect. The middle. The first mini plot. Or the first small thing the character must achieve to succeed in their overall goal. More mini plots. The character keeps pushing forward and experiences small victories and small setbacks. Overall, the tension rises as they get closer to the object of their quest. Rock bottom. The middle ends at a moment of disaster when all is seemingly lost. This is the most intense point of the novel, and one has to focus on it a lot. The end. Reaction. The character reacts emotionally to the devastating blow they have just received and the apparent death of their dream. Rebirth. But they then experience a sort of epiphany or a realization of where they have been going wrong and what they must now do to put it right. This is the point at which the character changes. Seizing the prize. Strengthened by their epiphany, the character goes on to fight the final battle and win. Or in a twist on this, they can decide that they no longer want what they thought they did. The new status quo. The conflict is over and all is well in the jungle again. Take this opportunity to tie any loose ends and highlight what has changed between the beginning and the end. These are the essential ingredients of a great plot. Use this as a skeleton and you won't have too many difficulties. Here are some things to keep in mind. 1. Make sure you begin with a definite theme in mind, a thought, a question to be answered, or a problem to be solved. 2. Do not stray away too much from the theme or your composition seems confusing to the reader. 3. Make sure your characters are well rounded and fit the plot perfectly. 4. The protagonist must have a clear central motivation. 5. Every scene and every chapter must keep the protagonist off balance. Things may get better for him or her, or even worse, but they need to be constantly changing. This recipe will guide you. And remember, serve hot.